Hey friends, it's time to begin the best damn meeting online with Polly, Drunken, and Snoot. It'd be great if they were on time. Hey dude, should we have some news? Copper Squad by Jacqueline. Come and join the Goose Fleet overlords and watch the AAA meeting.
Oh, yes! Hello, and welcome to the AAA meeting, where one of the A's means ampersand, and it's Monday, my dudes! Which means your host is your favourite drunken uncle. It's me, Drunken Uncle, and I'm joined, as always, by my colonial co-hosts and collaborators, my patriotic pal, as Sinatra says.
Yo.
And Peter the Dub is Polydub.
And I'm here and I'm happy and I couldn't be more excited.
That is, you laid it on thick right at the beginning there, sir, and I'm going to be testing your hair. Brilliant. You're happy? We'll see how that goes. And you're excited?
Yeah, I lied about that part.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, showmanship, Drunkle. Of all people, you should be able to appreciate that.
What do you mean of all people?
You're the science theater guy.
Yeah, I'm Patton Oswalt of Mystery Science Theater 3000.
No. Isn't that what they call it? The theater sciences? I've been to a campus where that's what they actually call acting study. What they call theater sciences.
Yeah, they would, wouldn't they? I mean, look, hey, I've known a lot of these people, and these are exactly the kind of people who say, no, it's not an art, it's a science. Darling. I call them lovies. Because, oh, lovey, how are you?
You know, okay, there's an interesting thing about the British accent. One man can call another man darling, baby, and it legitimately doesn't sound gay. It's the weirdest thing.
I do it all the time. Like, I mean, if I went out for a cheeky beer beforehand, and I run into my friend there. People in the chat know him as Chris the Roofer. All right, hello, sweetheart. How you doing? And it was the manliest thing ever. Whereas, I mean, when was
very manly.
It was manly. Thank you, Sid. When was the last time you called?
Well, the part he's leaving out is Drunken was drinking rosé and had a limp wrist with the other hand.
Well, I had a mouthful of cock at the time.
Yeah, and after saying so, there was a long, wet kiss, but the words weren't gay. That's different.
Why did it have to be a wet kiss, Polly?
It was one of the ones you hear.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because there's manly kisses. Big, strong Italian men who pat each other on the back and then kiss each other on both cheeks. There's nothing gay about that.
I mean, that's
call them gay either.
But then there's also like the Italian family kiss of like, you kiss them on the neck for some reason. That's a weird one.
You don't kiss him on the neck. What?
You kiss them on the neck. I've seen it in films, man.
You press your cheek against theirs and go mwah, mwah.
Just don't make that noise when you do it. No, I've seen it. Like, it was like some kid's son or something like that, and he brings him in for the hug. But it's the hug where he puts his hand around the back of his head as well, and like nestles him into his own shoulder. Do you know what I mean? And then it's a kiss on the neck. He goes, "Hey, I love you, son," and he goes, "I love you too, Dad."
No idea what he's talking about.
No neck kisses or whatever. I'm not saying kiss his neck with a tongue or anything like. Or just lick his neck or anything like that. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, all right. Neck kisses ain't a thing. Now I've learned. It was just this one film, maybe.
That's where all this was coming from. The one film.
I mean, this is actually where I get most of what I know about your culture is from media, Polly.
You know what? I don't blame you for that. I can understand how you got there, and that's how people have the opinion of America that they do. My God.
But then, like,
Sin, think about that for a second. That's where it's coming from, media.
Of course, it's coming from media. I mean, a lot of it.
If you come here, you come to the United States, there's ugly people everywhere.
Oh man, they're so fat.
Okay, but you wouldn't know that by watching, TV and shit.
No, you'd think that everyone's all slim and beautiful, but they're not.
That's right.
They're fuck ugly, and they're fat.
And that there's nowhere outside of either California or New York. The entirety of the country is made up of California and New York. And Washington, D.C. is nestled in between the two of them.
But it's I mean, that's the same with Britain, you know. If like you're watching a movie and then someone goes, right, you know, they get on a plane and they land in Britain, immediately it cuts away to Big Ben, Houses of Parliament, London Eye.
You know what I always see is that damn
Blackpool
Ferris
Tower.
wheel on the Thames.
That's a London Eye, yeah.
Is that what that thing's called?
That's what it's called.
It's the Eye of London.
Oh no, it's the London Eye. It's not the Eye of
I
London.
had no idea it had a name. I thought it was just that god-awful Ferris wheel that no one rides that we won't take away.
Dude, people do ride it though.
Tourists? I could see.
Obviously, yeah. No one who lives in London is riding that. It's just like no one who lives in fucking New York is going to visit the goddamn Statue of Liberty.
Exactly. Yeah. No,
Unless they're pigeons, I guess. In which case they always do. No one in London's go, oh, I know, let's go and see where my friend Marcus lives. You know, over there, Mum. Over there. No, it is just a gigantic Ferris wheel, and it must take ages as well to go around. Because it's too big, if anything, Polly.
That can't be that fun.
I mean, a Ferris wheel isn't fun.
You know what I've seen more of it than anything? It being destroyed. In disaster films where, like, because you'll have the White House blow up or Congress blow up, and then that stupid the Eye of the Thames blow up. Like, it's just...
Eye of the Thames.
It's the Eye of the Thames. It's the thrill of the fight. Running over the channel.
Houses of Parliament, and they blow up Big Bill.
Big Ben, more like Big Bitch, eh? Am I right?
This happens every time, but Big Ben is the name of the bell.
I got your Big Ben right here.
Right here.
Right.
I got you, Capitol Hill. Yeah, but it's always the same though, Polly. You know, if someone lands, gets on in a movie, someone gets on a plane, they land in America. Immediately, you'll get a picture of the White House. World Trade Center, not so much anymore. Empire State Building, all the landmarks, even though that they're in different places as well. And it's exactly the same with I say, like, they're in Mexico. What do? Slight yellow tint on the camera.
Right, yeah, no, you're not wrong.
That's how you know you're in Mexico.
A guy in a poncho with a fucking sombrero on, asleep, kneeling on the sidewalk. Yeah, you're in Mexico,
right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Eastern Europe, everything's a little bit greener.
I would assume so.
But the yellowish tinge of corruption and bad smells, it's not improper for Mexico, just saying.
I think I've never been to Mexico. I've never been near Mexico, and I don't want to go near Mexico, but I just assume that that's actually what it's like.
I assume everything south, New Mexico, Texas, Arizona, all that, Mexico is all just sepia tone.
Yeah.
It's not sepia is like sort of like yellowish, but like kind of orange. Like, think of like yellow of, okay. Go into a really old Motel 6, and the walls that were once white 40, 50 years ago have now taken on a nicotine yellow. That's the color of Mexico.
You're telling me Mexico is just smoke damaged?
Yes.
Yeah, it's nicotine stained.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever been to Tijuana? I've been to Tijuana, man. It was everything I had heard and been led to believe. Everything.
Everything?
Yeah, it was 1 a.m. and there was a little 12-year-old kid trying to sell me shit going, a million miles an hour in Espanol trying to sell me shit. Yeah.
No way. Mister, carry suitcase.
That sort of thing. Yeah.
Mr. Dab.
Yeah.
It's Mexican round eye. Or
Rolling
short
up a
round.
little cigarillo.
Yeah, you just did short round. He's not like what?
That's what I said. It's Mexican short round.
So you think that in
Mr.
Tijuana,
Dab.
there's a bunch of short burritos running around?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. All right. I like that for some reason. It's great.
I'm learning
Mr.
so much
Dab.
from you guys. So
Mostly
Polly,
racism. Yeah.
it's not race. No, they're not a race, are they? Mexican isn't a race.
No, it's not. It's
a
not at all.
nationality. And
That's-
therefore,
and
prime
barely
for the
one at
Rockies.
that. Yeah.
So Memorial Weekend, boys.
I was about to say, that's what I'm up to today is, did a bunch of work this morning and then,
Get it, man. Get it.
I thought you were going to finish talking.
Nah, not for a 10. You go straight in with a 10.
The loads. Having a slightly buzzed idea for a movie, gang wars between 1920s London and street gangs and the Italian mafia, yes or no? And damn the context. Isn't that gangs in New York, just with different settings? Just different characters in a different place?
Well, the beautiful thing about Gangs of New York was it is loosely based on something that actually happened. Very, very
Bill the Butcher
loosely
was a
based.
real guy.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying, loosely based. A lot of it, you know, well, hey, you got to take some creative license with this shit, Sin, you know? No, I mean, because otherwise it's just a fucking documentary, isn't it? But I think it was the 5 Points? 5 Points Gang?
Yeah.
There's a whole wiki on it. It is a delightful read. But then, I mean, is that... I don't know. You're thinking 1920s. You're thinking more like this is like the Craze era, or at least, you know, the Craze father. You guys don't know the Craze, do you?
Is that the slang for the Troubles? That's what the
No,
hooligans
it was
Dark Ages. Thank you, Donkey
twins.
Punch, for the 10. I appreciate it.
Sorry, it was twins who ran the London underworld, the London Underground. They were in charge of the trains. The Ronnie and Reggie Cray were twins who were like the scourge of London, the untouchables of the time.
Cool. They were called The Craze?
Yeah, because it was Ronnie and Reggie Cray. Yeah. So
I'm asking because I want to go watch some stuff on this. So it's like CRAZE. Like, is that
okay? Right. Why would it be Z?
It's CRAYS, The Craze, because they were. I gotcha. Okay.
Why would it be Z if I'm talking about British gangsters?
I thought it was like, I don't know. It's like in high school I was known as the Grudge because you didn't want to cross me, the Grudge. So I thought maybe that these guys were like the Craze because they were nuts. Like they'd shoot a man down in a minute, that sort of thing. But now I get what you're saying.
It's just their name. It's just their name. Okay. I mean, and they were very British because Ron and Reg. You know.
Yeah, that doesn't carry the same weight.
No, it doesn't. But Tom Hardy was in a couple of years ago a film called Legend, where he played both of them, which was good. But it was a wildly, because I got books and books on these guys. I loved reading about them when I was younger. Wildly inaccurate film, but still very cool to watch. Before that was the Kemp twins, Martin and his brother. Martin Kemp was in Spandau Ballet as well. Does anyone remember that?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, it's a band. That was a much more accurate movie about the Craze, and it was very good. Well, hey, that's enough about this. Memorial Weekend, Polly, what'd you get up to, dude?
Well, okay, I did the weekend. I did a noir bar on Friday. Far was there, Sam was there. Sinatra hung out for a minute, but he's weak, so he left.
I was sleepy.
I know. I was sleepy.
I get up at like 5:30 every morning.
The way you said it was
3 a.m.
adorable.
I gotta clock out.
No, it was adorable. It's like I have my blankie. I was sleepy. Yeah, no, I get you.
I was.
Yeah. So anyway, we went for
it out.
5.5 hours. We found the ultimate 70s house. It was hilarious, man. The place was painted like orange and avocado green right out of the 1970s. It was garish.
Horrifying.
It was. It really was. So that was Friday night. Saturday worked. Yesterday was happy Pentecost to those who are of it. That was Sunday for me. But today's Memorial Day. So yeah, I worked all morning long on a whole bunch of fucking paperwork and whatnot. And then this afternoon, ran around, did a few errands, came back, and then did what I usually do on Memorial Day. It's like, let's take it back to the Revolutionary War and read what General Washington had to say about his soldiers. I think that's it, because he had endless amount. He had endless amount of praise.
I hope.
We're looking at sea otters.
Absolutely.
6 of them here.
That's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
We're looking at sea otters.
So what did he say?
Endless praise.
Tight, yo.
Well, that came at the end, but before he went there, he said endless praise for his soldiers, because most of them were serving without pay. Officers forewent pay because they could afford to.
Volunteers.
Yeah. They were originally just volunteer soldiers. There was no such thing as conscription. Not in these here United States. There wasn't no conscription at that time. They took their father's muskets for shooting rabbits in the war without ammunition of any kind, black powder of any kind, no boots, no nothing, no training. I like reading about that because it's like, I called up a few of my friends who had done veteran service and were like, "How you feeling, man? You doing okay?" That sort of thing. They're like, "Yeah, I am. It's one of those days." And I'm like, I hear you. Just checking in and so forth, because Memorial Day, it's I don't know.
It's day to remember. Do you?
It's a fine day for barbecues and hanging out and whatnot. Yeah. All I think people should do is take at least a minute to raise a glass to those that made those barbecues and glass raisings possible, and it wouldn't be possible without them.
Didn't Kamala Harris just say enjoy the long weekend? She didn't actually make a mention of troops or anything.
Really?
They don't like American troops. They like Ukrainian troops, but not American troops.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the brave guys defending democracy, whatever the hell.
To defending the who's, it's over with the what's it's and the whatnots.
Yeah, and vague concepts of democracy in places that don't actually have it.
And don't believe in it.
I only know of this because I saw, the comic guy who does the the really intricately drawn, for sale comics. There was one like of Biden saying, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black, and he actually makes a black woman white.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So he did one of Kamala Harris, and it was a kid getting given the tri-folded flag, and he's in tears and everything, and then Harris is just popping in going, "Enjoy the long weekend." Right, so that's the only reason. That's the only way I know that's what she said.
I can actually see someone being like, "Don't say that. It sounds a little too Republican." To say, rest in peace to our soldiers, or thank you to our men and women in service, etc. No, don't say that. You might sound like a Republican. They've managed to politicize every fucking thing.
It's true. Unlike Shadowclaw in the chat, who says, "A toast for those who paid the ultimate price so we can live free." I'll drink to that, Shadowclaw. I'm
absolutely.
My glass of Thatcher's Cloudy Haze, 4.5%. And it's delicious. Very sweet, though. Very sweet.
I will raise a glass of delicious water.
Delicious, life-saving water.
I don't like drinking during the week, so water it is.
I kind of have to on Monday. It's the only way I'm fun. This is Thatcher's Haze. It's a cloudy cider, and it's sweet, just like the taste of freedom. So thank you to those who bought it so I could buy this. Huh? Bought it is old school. Do you know what? No,
I get that.
I got it.
Yeah.
It just wasn't funny.
I got it. I just didn't like it. You tell him Stoned Dave threw $1.69. He said, "Whoa, like the thing. It takes horse trank for me to feel this. Yeah, I'm gonna do the thing. Smash the like button, or I'll mix your soul into whatever I smoked, dipshits. Yeah." Thank you, you tell him Stone Dave. It sounds like you're having a fucking wonderful day, buddy. Enjoy the show. Keldrick threw $3 for the Ricky Spanish. He says, "Drunken, are you randomly neck-kissing Italians?" Weird. I've only ever met one actual Italian. It was a girl I was dating for a little while. Never kissed her neck, though. And Fuckle snuck through $1. He said, "Not to jump the knife here." Nice. I forgot about that, god damn it. But since summer is around the corner, are there any games you hope to see on the Steam Summer Sale? Yahoo! That one. I want that one.
I have a couple on my wish list, but I haven't been gaming too much. I picked up the new House Party DLC, but that's about it.
Even House Party, Jesus Christ.
It's a fun fucking game, man.
I'm pretty sure I do have it. I've just never played it. I just remember fucking you and Ed playing Phasmophobia, and as the ghost was hunting, you were both stood in the corridor going, "Yo, isn't this picture on the wall? Isn't that in House Party?" And you're like, "Yeah, it is. What the fuck?" and then I died.
What I would like to see go on sale is the VR Index headset, because I want that.
I think I'm pretty up to date with all the stuff that I want. There's not really anything it is due to. It's looking very bleak game-wise this year, actually, Sin. You know, things that are due to come
There's
out.
a couple of games I want. I want to try that High on Life game. That looks pretty funny.
It is funny. It was. I mean, it's a because I've got it. It is a basic shooter, but it's
Which
the
I love.
dialogue. Yeah, but it's the dialogue that. I mean, it's hard to improve on a shooter, isn't it? It's just fucking aim and click. But it's the dialogue that makes it. It's very, very Rick and Morty-esque. Because
Somebody bought me.
Quiet! Shut up! Be quiet!
I think the last game I got bought was The Last Hero of Nostalgia, which is a Souls type game, and that was a couple of weeks ago, and I've played like 10 minutes. I'm like, I can't get into it.
I ain't got the time for this right now.
But it wasn't because it was a bad game. It's because I'm like, I can't relax properly to enjoy it. And now that things have kind of calmed down a little bit, I think I can, but yeah. I need to catch up on like 6 months of back sleep too.
Oh, yeah, I get you. The old sleep debt. Yeah, I feel you. What about you, Polly? Are there any games you're hoping to see on the Steam Summer Sale?
Where are we, John boy? If I had to guess, I'd say Communist China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking tootin'.
Rotten Corpse for 5 says, I guess I should give to the host as well. We don't have to. No one has to donate. But do you know what? We appreciate it when you do. Thank you very much, Rotten Corpse.
And Rotten Corpse, thank you for the $5. You don't pour one out for the fallen. That's alcohol abuse. I'm okay with it. I mean, I get your point, but yeah.
You
It's
throw
not
one
like I
up
drink-
for the fallen, don't you?
Yeah, it's not like I drink
Or
the good
Ellen.
stuff very often. You know what?
What?
I still tasted it, and it tasted good.
What you getting at
Ed-
with the book script? Spit that shit out, man!
Rotten Corpse. Oh, that went on a little longer than I thought. My bad.
No, it keeps going. That's Robert Downey Jr. stares you down, man.
Rotten Corpse for 5, just because. Well, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. And Valine, Arizona isn't much yellow, but brown. The Red Rocks in Sedona are a slight change. That's why McDonald's has the blue arches. Huh. Thank you.
Oh my God, is that... Really?
We covered that. It was either here or on a Fright Power Hour a long time ago, but yeah.
Wow, okay. I mean, it makes sense. I just didn't know that's why. That's actually very, very interesting. Not blow my mind interesting, but just, you know, the kind of thing that makes you go, huh. Huh. So how was your Memorial weekend there, Sin?
Good. Did the wife's family thing yesterday, mine today. And that's really about it. We went to the bar Saturday night. Very quiet weekend.
I also went today because we have well, I say we have a day off today. I still have to do the fucking stream. Always happens as well. Everyone's going, oh, Millard, bank holiday on Monday. I go, yeah, means nothing to me. Because I still had to work.
Yes, because this
evening.
is the same thing as going to a regular job.
Well, no, I did have to go to the regular job as well because a lot of people book when it comes to the likes of cleaning. You don't get the bank holiday off. Things still need to be cleaned.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Right? But then everyone in this company tends to fucking go, oh, can I book that day off? Because they want the long weekend, so they can hang out with their mates, they can have their hangover day or whatever on Monday, So it invariably,
What you getting at with the book script? Spit that shit out, man!
I got done by that one.
Uh-huh.
That was pretty good. So I ended up having to. I had to work this evening. I got to work tomorrow evening and the next day as well. All evening jobs as well as a day job on top of it. It is fucking dull. But it's all money in the bank, isn't it? It's all money they're not getting. They don't get sick pay. Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them. C. Thomas, thank you for the dollar. Well, I enjoyed all of Noir Bar. I still blame you for my general lack of sleep between 4:30 a.m. Friday and 3:15 p.m. Saturday. Yeah. I've had people say, like, can't you start at like 9 p.m.? And I'm like, no.
Just no. And Orange Doom. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Orin Doomhammer OFC, which stands for of fucking course, through $3 for the Ricky Spanish. So please make more donations, Drunken, especially lower tier ones. It will make it easier to donate to you, dude. I've got a list of ideas of things I want to do and everything, especially in the realms of the lower tiers. I feel ya at the moment though, because I had to format my C drive, and the editing software I had is no longer available. I don't actually have editing software, but me and Polly we're in cahoots. We're sorting some shit out. It's just taking a little bit of time. That's all. I'll get
We're
there,
British.
though.
We're in league.
Oh no, I mean cahoots is still British.
That's American. That's just.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you cahoot?
It is now.
That there Sonny Johnson, Bar T, and his little friend Jimmy Joe, they's in cahoots. See, it's American.
Whereas I'm like, oh, I think they might be in league with another.
You see?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah. And today everywhere is Britain because it is Monday. So yeah. All right. Me and Polly are in league.
Gamer Valine, thank you for the 450. My boyfriend sat very quiet while Taps played at the Indy 500. Oh, freaking bad. Taps. Tear your heart out. I've done funeral details, so I was bored. Really? The Iraq vet and his numb, heartless girlfriend. Oh, yeah. Sounds legit.
What's Taps?
Taps is a particular melody that, if you've never heard it, will, like I said, it'll tear your heart out. It's Memorial Day. You should play it. It'll definitely bring the stream to a quiet, sullen, reflective mood.
But what is it?
It's a melody, a bugle, I believe.
Oh, love a bugle.
Only song played at funerals. It is the chosen memorial track for, I believe. See, I'm trying to not talk outside my knowledge base. I know it's played at military funerals. I don't know its origin or anything like that.
What's TAP stand for? Is it an acronym?
I don't know. I actually don't know.
Thank you and farewell, but spelt with a PH.
I don't. Again, I'm trying not to talk outside my area of knowledge. It's they got to respect, but I do know it's played at military funerals, and yeah, every time I hear it, I think most people when they hear it, it just shuts you up and like, whoa, that's deep. It's very soulful.
That's fair. No, I get that. A lot of love for the fucking troops, mate. As you know, as we said at the top of the show, if it weren't for them, then none of this would be happening right now. And this is what I mean. I've always been in two minds about when people are just like, fuck Memorial Day, fuck the troops. I'm like, you know what, fuck you. But also, they died for your right to say that. So, yeah. I'm always in two minds about it, you know? Like, you don't get to choose the bits that you fight for, you know? Or do you? Corbin Thomas threw $3 for the Ricky Spanish. He said, since we're talking Steam games to play, I bought over the weekend these. Space Hulk, Deathwing, Bolt Gun, and Starship Troopers Extermination. Oh my god, Starship Troopers Extermination is out now? Polly, they made a game of one of the best movies ever.
I know. I saw it only because someone posted over in a Discord. I'm like, really? I wonder if it's full of, delightfully vapid characters saying dumb shit. I hope so.
It better be. Otherwise, it's just not Starship Troopers, is it? We're looking for a new bug. Some kind of smart bug. I love that film so much.
So it's a dirge. It's the last bugle call for veterans. It's originated during the Civil War. And taps, the name, according to Mike Savage, comes from the single tap from during a military funeral of the drum, the single tap of the drum.
It just goes like boom.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Those notes can come out of a highly skilled bugle player. That's also particularly impressive. It's not like it's a trumpet where you got keys and whatnot. You just got to be good at what you do.
I like a bugle, but I've got to admit, the war kind of ruined it.
War ruined the bugle?
Yeah. Because it's very much a war instrument now, isn't it? Like,
what you getting at with the book script? Spit that shit out, man!
That was closest to you.
Ha.
Is that how we're doing it now? Is it?
Yeah,
You touched
proximity
it last.
Yeah, exactly. Kimberly, thanks for the 450. I should say I was bored until I saw some fucked up uniforms in the gun salute. Who the fuck let that guy on national TV with high waters in his dress blues? That's a good question. Isn't there like inspection before you walk out there so you don't have like the wrong rank on or your hat twisted sideways or whatever the hell?
I mean, I'm not an army person by any means, but in school, if you forgot your PE kit, you'd have to wear what was in the lost and found. Maybe that's what happened.
So decoding that is like you had to wear like your sweat clothes for gym, that kind of thing.
You had to have a special gym outfit that if you forgot it, you would have to go through the lost and found. You'd end up wearing 2 separate shoes, which did not match.
So conceivably, you could end up in
sizes.
like a mini skirt and a halter top.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And
it's possible.
And now here we are, 2023, baby. Speaking of which, should we have some news?
As soon as I read Steve Dave's thing here for 450, Thank you very much, Steve Dave. And talk mid-vape, guys.
I heard the heaviness of the vape on your voice.
That was a very cloudy cough you did just then.
I thought I could get away with it. I couldn't. It didn't work.
No, it does not. It never works out that way.
Yeah. Thank you for the 450, Steve Dave. When are you going to start Twitch gaming Poly? I'll tell you something about that. I cleaned off the bench that I use in the loadatorium, my reloading bench. I took all the paints off of it, and I have laid down a new surface so you don't get some weird kind of reflection coming up. And why I'm talking about this is because I'm going to be starting with painting minis, tabletop wargaming minis, before I start game streaming because, well, I'm still noobing it up with the games, and nobody wants to watch, Polly step on rakes for an hour.
Yes, they
do. That's not fun.
Yes, they do.
Okay, well, that's fun for them, not for me. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, right. You got to suffer for your art, dude,
Oh, well, yeah, you should have seen me trying to figure out gun the other day. It's just, nobody wants that.
That is like one of the easiest games ever, though. You just get on horse, press A to go.
Shut up, Drunken.
It's easier than actually riding a horse. Which I mean,
I've ridden a horse. It's actually not.
Well, have you ridden a horse with a controller?
I never have. No, the horse did not have a controller.
It kind of does, mate. What do you think reins are?
He's got a point.
Huh?
They're a little different. There's not. Yeah.
Well, that's like
XY
saying a
buttons on
steering
fucking
wheel is a
horse.
controller.
It is a controller. You use it to control the vehicle.
Yeah, but you don't go into your controller. What the fuck?
You can.
You don't.
Modern steering wheels have lots of buttons on them.
That's true.
Ah! Oh, I'm killing it tonight. Before we get into the news, here's a little story about PE kits. That is PE physical education, which you guys do have as well, despite what I've seen when I went to America. If anything, you need more. One kid, when I was in school, forgot his PE kit. Used to get in the shit. You'd have to wear the lost and found stuff, and you'd get a fucking detention over lunchtime or after school or something like that. And PE teachers used to run the class like fucking boot camp back then as well. Like, I mean, unrelated, but my first day of school when we went to PE first of all, they lined us up against the wall and just fucking marched in front of us, just shouting in our faces. We hadn't done anything wrong.
Kicked you in your little dicks.
It might as well have fucking happened, mate. We were all terrified.
You in your little dicks.
But this kid, he didn't have his PE kit one day, right? And there's this PE teacher shouting, and he go, "And why don't you have your PE kit?" And he went, "Oh, I'm sorry." He goes, "My grandma was cremated yesterday." And he went, "Was she cremated in your PE kit?" Yeah, this teacher ended up in so much fucking trouble.
So first of all, fuck you, New York Times, for suggesting there was anything sinister or homophobic about what we said. So
they can. Bastards.
Go pound sand.
You tell Steve Dave, thank you for the 325. I would definitely recommend Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes if you want to get one of these guys or a Noir Bar buddy in on the stream.
Was that the end of yours?
I've played actually. Keep talking. Nobody explodes. I played that. It was lots of people exploded.
Never heard of it.
Should have kept talking.
Yeah, it's diffusing bombs, and you gotta. No, you never play. Okay, yeah, it's a fun game. It was all right.
I'll have to check it out. Donkey Punch for 10. I guess we know that Drunken can't drive. He fucking sucks at video games and thinks driving is a game. Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll cop to that.
Driving is not a game, Drunkle.
No, it's not. Which is why I'm not allowed to drive.
See, and that's women drivers. See, Sin, this is the thing. Women always say, hey, you know what? Men cause more accidents. And it's like, or men get more accidents, crashes that happen. Look at the statistics and so on and so forth. Women are actually safer drivers. I'm sick of hearing this. Yeah, well, you know what the truth is? You know, women are not in accidents, but they're the cause of millions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when you can't decide if you need to turn left or right, or if I should turn right here or just keep going straight, it's not okay to come to a virtual full stop in the middle of a fucking road
while you
with
decide.
No turn signal on.
Yeah. Even if it's not like a woman directly responsible for it as well, even if it's just like two blokes got into an accident, one of them was probably like driving around because he got into a domestic with his wife and he's just like, fuck bitch. Like, she's still indirectly responsible for what happened. Speaking of terrible women, should we have some news?
Error Shogun points out the statistical reality. Men drive more miles more often than women do. That might push the stats up a little bit, but that doesn't stop insurance companies from juicing us for more money and somehow getting away with that literally sexist bullshit while charging everybody equal amounts for healthcare when women take advantage of it more. Yeah, it's true.
That is true.
It is true.
That is very true. And in school, I got in trouble for pointing that out as well. It was sexism.
I'll bet you did.
You know, I
actually
grew up
get in
to
trouble
this...
for that.
I did.
No, you could be charged more, not us. That's different.
I grew up to be this well-adjusted English gentleman that I am now. Right, first up is the bingo card. And we have had donations playing at the same time. So let's get on that for a fucking start.
All right.
Polly was not late as well. So fucking look at this. That's a good one. Polly was here before me. I was late. Have we had a UK-US contrast? I think we have, haven't we? Because we was a Memorial Day and the like. So I'm crossing it off. No, chat did get berated for the light ratio. That's fine. We've not had a Polly rant, but hey, the night is young. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get on to some news. AAA's, that is Polly and Sinatra. If you would direct your attention over to Discord, where I'm currently sharing it with you. And people in the chat, I've got your back as we begin the next segment of the show. Starting off, as ever, with the Babylon Bee. Target launches new kids' clothing line with partner Ghislaine Maxwell. Woo!
Wow.
Did you
That's pretty good.
Did you see Target actually? They pulled the Pride line.
Yeah, we covered it Friday.
How much of it did you cover?
That they had an emergency meeting.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, in which case then, because I do like, if I can, get the Babylon Bee lining up with some actual news as well, because since then, Leighton Target had to be evacuated after bomb threats reported at multiple Utah stores. Why were there bomb threats reported? Because the gays weren't happy that they pulled the fucking Pride range.
Yeah, and how ironic, deliciously ironic is
how
that?
How tolerant.
Target claimed that we have to pull these.
We're looking at sea
this
otters.
line.
6 of them here.
That's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
We're looking at sea otters.
It is.
There's 6 of them here.
Not because it's, oh yeah, this is where we don't want to become the new Bud Light, which they were rapidly becoming. So it was threats against our employees. That's why we pulled the Pride line. We had to do it for employee safety because you know those ultra mega crazy people. They pull the material, and what happens? Bomb threats for pulling it. It's you lying fucks.
You know what it is, though? Honestly, what I think? It's they get to play both sides by doing this. We had to pull it because of threats. So we're not pulling it to save our own skin. It's actually their fault that we pulled it, so be mad at them, not us. Okay, thanks, bye.
Yeah.
But then also they're getting threats now, so I mean, what?
I just don't believe it. I don't.
Well, what's been going on around this is a lot of people are saying, oh, this is obviously some right-wingers pretending to be left-wingers. which you often hear because a lot of them just cannot believe that. Because they actually unironically say the words "I'm on the right side of history," which is some of the most cringe words put together in the most cringe sentence that I've ever heard. But they actually unironically fucking believe this. Like, they genuinely do. I don't think they're above this. I don't think they're above fucking whether or not there actually is a bomb. They're still not above sending a bomb threat. I mean, we all saw what happened to the fucking Supreme Court justices getting fucking threats upon their life. You know?
Well, that was something to be, as a sign of how gun control needs to be instituted, and more mass surveillance when a lefty does something, right? It's the fault of the items that they chose, or the fact that we weren't able to surveil people enough. Now, right-winger does it. Well, hey, it's time to crush the GOP. They're the problem.
Yeah, not us. It's them.
I got to give them credit. They never fail to take advantage for their side of anything, no matter what it is.
No.
You know what I mean?
Never let a good crisis go to waste.
Yeah.
It's true. I just wonder how much this company can actually complain. Like, you're called Target.
Never thought of that, Jesus, Drunken. You made yourselves a target.
Right? This one's a super target. Like, you can't miss.
That's not that funny, but I'm still laughing. I don't know why.
Yes. So what are they going to do? They're going to put the Pride line back on, in which case they're capitulating to threats, or I mean, they already capitulated to threats as well. And don't get me wrong, I don't think it was right that people are going in and harassing the staff as well. The staff don't fucking choose. They work in Target, for Christ's sake. They're already having a shit day. Why make it worse?
Well, if I worked at Target and somebody said, "You want to go stand outside for like 3 hours?" Yes, I do.
I don't even have to do anything. I'll shut my brain off and just look.
Fair enough.
And if we're lucky, and everyone's gotten out of the building, so no one dies, we get to see the place blow up, and that'd be cool.
Well, I mean, it's not all bad what's been going on in America recently, because we've all heard of GPS, and because of that, you can get a free lighthouse.
What are you talking about?
Well, US to give away free lighthouses as GPS makes them unnecessary. They're just giving lighthouses away.
Dibs.
Right?
Yeah. I want a little lighthouse on one of them tiny little island peninsula deals. I'll turn it into a party cylinder. You're all welcome. It'd be great.
A party cylinder. That's what I call my dick. You remember the show Round the Twist?
No.
Ah, for God's sake. It is like we're from different countries sometimes, guys. It was a show in a lighthouse, and now we can bring it back.
It declared its own individual sovereign state. It'd be like Sealand, but
Sealand.
Yeah, Sealand, man. Yeah.
You never
I think you're getting a little too close to Sea World.
You've never heard of the sovereign country Sealand off of the British coast? Built on a World War II platform. Okay, all right, good. Someone heard of it. All right.
Yeah, of course I have, mate.
Never heard of this.
Oh, mate.
Oh, man, it's a fascinating
story.
There's a platform that are two giant cement pillars that go all the way. Pillars.
Pylinder is short for party cylinder.
Yes, it is. I love it. They go all the way to the sea floor, and then a giant platform across the two of them, used for logistics by the British during World War II, so they had a landing platform. A guy goes out there and sets up pirate radio off of there and decides, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to stay, and declares it his own sovereign state that he calls it Sealand. It's a long story. Somebody tried to take it from them. He violently fought them off, so yeah, we protected our borders. He issued passport stamps. They've got a national anthem, the whole 9 yards. Fuck, I'm trying to remember the guy's name. You had plenty of different little short documentaries on YouTube about it. There's a whole detailed Wikipedia page on it. It suffered a giant fire and was really damaged recently, meaning in the last 10 years.
I thought I was a wealth of useless knowledge.
It's not useless if you live there. They also
All 6 people know about it.
right? And now you. They hung a banner off of there. It was following, I think it was the Manchester bombing, Ariana Grande concert. They just had a huge banner hanging off of it, which read quite simply, "Stop killing people, you twats."
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Straight to the point, you know what I mean? Right? They got limited resources there in Sealand, but hey, if you want some fish, there's your place. So there's 10 lighthouses that for generations have stood like sentinels along America's shorelines, protecting mariners from peril and guiding them to safety. Now they're being given away at no cost or sold at auction by the federal government. You could live here, Polly. You could live here.
He's so awesome. Oh, Abacus. There it is. Patrick Roy Bates. That's his name. And
well done.
Yep. I got it mixed up with Batty, but that's because I want to call him Batty, but that's just because I'm a Blade Runner nut. No, yeah, Patrick Roy Bates. There we go. And they were the royal family.
Patty Batty.
Yeah, him and his wife and his son. Like, his son was the prince, his wife was the queen, because this is our land, and yay.
Yes,
Fuck
that's
yeah.
my favorite reality show, The Royals of the Lighthouse.
Yeah. I would
I'd
declare a lighthouse sovereign territory as long as it was off on its own little rock, 50 yards from the shore. Fuck it, why not? Very American.
Because if there's anything we know about America and Britain, is that they love it when people secede and say, no, this is a different country now. I'm surprised fucking Sealand is still there, to be honest. I think it's just they're just going like, oh, look at them, oh, they're so cute.
What was funny about it is that at the time, a certain distance off of the British shore by law was this is territorial waters of Britain, and Sealand was outside of that. And then the laws changed and extended past the point, and now Sealand is within the territorial waters of Britain. And he's like, no, we are still own sovereign land, and he's been fighting.
How very convenient for Britain, right there.
Right? It's a great story that he did. It's like one of the things that make a state. We are a Westphalian state by the classic sense of the word. Well, we have a government, we have an identity, we have borders, we are recognized because somebody asked him at one time to talk to somebody else on his behalf. So an official government got a hold of me and asked me to do something as a representative of Sealand. Therefore, that counts as recognition. We violently defended our borders when the guys tried to pirate us off of here. I'm like, yeah, I see your point. It's great tale. It comes up in political science because it's like, what makes a state a state? And it's like, well, does this not count? And it's like, well, it's more of a state than the Ponzi scheme that is Ukraine.
Boom. Right, let's move on.
Full circle on that one.
Well, yeah, right. Let's talk about fart sprays. There was a prank at a Texas high school. They let off a fart spray. Oh, it stinks. Terrorism charges.
Somebody just got fucking pissed off about it.
A little too much, though. Do you know what I mean? Actual criminal charges for two. It was Diego Flores and a boy, 17. Known as a boy because he's under the age of 18 and they cannot name him in the papers, but they would if they could. Were both charged with possession of a prohibited weapon, a third-degree felony, after authorities said they intentionally or knowingly possessed a chemical dispensing device.
Really?
I mean, that's just a vape, isn't it? That's a chemical dispensing device.
I mean, technically, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? A cow is a chemical dispensing device.
Isn't a small spritzer of cologne or perfume one, too? What the fuck?
Exactly. Illegal.
I feel like they were just mad about these kids, honestly.
I think probably, yeah. And I think that, the school's had enough here. Diego, every time something happens, they're like, Diego! And he's been mischievous all this time. He's like a Dennis the Menace style guy, and now they're getting him on fucking terrorism charges here and a possession of a chemical dispensing device. Which honestly, Shadow Claw says
that came through.
Right? Oh shit, yeah. Oh, me dad ain't gonna like this. Luckily, he went out for smokes 10 years ago, and I've not seen him since. Shadow Claw says hand sanitizer is a chemical dispensing device. Mike Savage says air fresheners are a chemical dispensing device. There's a lot. I mean, this was an air unfreshener, wasn't it? It was a fart spray.
An air ruiner.
It's the same fucking thing, isn't it, really? But this is, I'm just saying, it's not just Britain who gets fucking a bit tough on fucking children just having fun over here. Not allowed. Using fucking... I've seen fucking terrorism charges being used to survey fucking families who are sending their kids to the wrong school. Because it's got to be done by area, right? So in order for this kid to go to a better school than the one where he lived, they said that he lived with his grandparents who lived in a nicer area. And so the police actually used anti-terror laws to surveil this child and then say, no, actually, he does actually live here and has therefore been going to the wrong school. So no one can sit there and say that the police don't abuse this power because, I mean, that is it right there. And this is it right here. It was a fucking fart spray. We all went to school. Maybe not Mike Savage because he's Irish, but everyone else went to school. Shit like this happened all the time. Imagine letting off a fucking stink bomb now and you get fucking the FBI coming down on you, you know?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
honestly.
No, the FBI was a bad example. I could easily see that.
CIA?
I can see the FBI doing it. Yeah, we caught you with a bunch of weed in between states. You're gonna go undercover to find out who's been dispersing these farts. We got you now. You know, I feel bad for is the prosecutor that's gonna have to prosecute that, where he's gonna actually have to stand up in arraignment court and be like, and this miscreant, this foul.
It's the defendant that I actually feel very happy for because he gets to say something along the lines of dispensing farts is protected under the First Amendment.
Yeah, you actually have to make that before a judge sound reasonable. You know what I mean? A third-degree felony for going fart. I mean, come on.
Well, what would they? I guess like the scent of flatulence or something like that instead, right? You got to bring in some legalese on this one.
Scent of flatulence.
The scent of flatulence.
That sounds like a Ponzi foreign film that debuted.
No, that sounds like one of those commercials where you see like Matthew McConaughey running on a beach without a shirt on and jean shorts for some reason. And the whole thing's got like a golden filter over it and there's sweat dripping off
in Mexico.
Like, the scent of flatulence. Now available at all major department stores.
And then he stops running and you hear as the flaps of his shorts ruffle.
The ruffle of shorts. What do you think that they would use instead of the word fart in a court of law?
Pass wind, break wind.
But at least, well, in this case, because this is just, this is meant to be resembling a fart. This is a stink spray, but they're not going to say stink spray or fart spray. This is where I'm coming in.
They would
with
say
scent
stink
of
spray.
flatulence. They would say stink spray?
The fraudulent dispersion of noxious fumes.
Made to resemble that of a bowel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Done under false pretenses. The pretense of a fart.
And then they've got him. He said fart. Guilty. But
not only for the noxious fumes, but for the fraud as well.
And you just have to fucking grin and bear it. Bear charges bakery worker, then binges on 60 cupcakes. The animal crime wave continues. This isn't the bear in question. I don't think. But you guys have an Avon as well, it seems. Or do you call it Avon? This is in Connecticut. We have an Avon. I think it's in the south here in Britain.
We have one around here called Avon.
Is it Avon? Right? Because it's a big old river. But also, we don't really have bears. We do. They mainly hang around gay bars, though. So this guy fucking...
Gonna take you to a gay bar.
There's a baker. There's bakers there. Just like, I've had a brilliant day. I fucking love making cupcakes. I've made 60 of them right here. I hope nothing bad happens to them. Bang! Bear! right? And the bear goes, comes
to a gay bar.
get out of the way, pushes the fucking baker out of the way, get out of the way, and just eats all the fucking cupcakes. Which, what a bastard. So now you've got a cocaine bear. This is Sugar Bear.
Sugar Bear.
Sugar Bear. He's hopped up on icing, Polly.
Can't get enough of my stolen shit.
And then I guess he has a sugar crash, and that's where we get hibernation. So I'm just saying, just if you got any cupcakes in your house, lock your doors. Not that that'll help, because Sinatra, do you remember that video of a bear breaking into a house?
Yeah, bears aren't overly concerned about locked doors.
No. It's not like they're rocking around with lock-picking kits or anything either. They just start walking and don't stop. And the door doesn't stop them. Bears are they're mental. It's incredible that they exist. But I really want to smush his face. Look at it. If you could, Sinatra, ride a bear into battle?
Oh, God, yeah.
Fuck yeah, right?
I have one to ride into battle.
You have a bear to ride into battle? Oh,
Yeah.
Eve! Of course you do. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, that's what's up with the bear news. Anyway, what else have we got? Well, I'm glad you asked, Polly. This is a kidnapping victim who's going to jail.
Or...
Well.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Honestly,
Excuse me.
I
Excuse me.
bless you. I respect the okay, that's
All
enough.
right, ease up, mate.
I respect
Jesus Christ.
the fuck out of the hustle here.
You know what's up, right? Yeah, I cannot fucking fault the only thing he did wrong was get caught here. So this guy got kidnapped, and everything happened. He got let go and everything, right? And then he contacted his kidnappers, Polly, and he went, right, if you don't want me to go to the police, you gotta give me some money.
He
Hey,
blackmailed his kidnappers.
He blackmailed his kidnappers.
If it looks stupid and it works, it ain't stupid.
It ain't stupid. Well, it didn't work though, unfortunately. The victim in a federal kidnapping
Okay, well
case.
then it is stupid.
It was. It was only because he got caught. He was snatched from a casino in 2021 and robbed, and he's going to prison for 18 months. He tried to get $5,000 from one of his attackers in exchange for not testifying or giving a false account as well. So he's also going like, I'll say you beat me. I'll say you raped me.
I'll ask for a donut every time I need to sit down.
Right? 5,000 ain't a lot either. He just might he says either you cough up some bread or sit in the feds for the next 20 years. He wrote in an Instagram direct message. Wow. So it is stupid, Sin.
They were friends on Instagram too.
They were, yeah, weirdly.
How did he know the IG of his kidnappers?
Well, he'd met them, I suppose.
Huh.
I don't really, but here it is. He says, should be focused on that trial date, my boy. How much to not testify? 5 racks? If you cough up some bread or sit in the feds for the next 20 years. Your choice, my boy. I don't give a fuck. Hearts, handshakes, 100. Swear to
An
God,
asshole.
I'm not
Why
bullshitting.
do you just go get a shyster lawyer to fucking sue him for wrongful confinement?
Why did you use
notes? There's a better way to do this.
Yeah, why emotes at all? Like, what an asshole. What the... 5 racks, my boy. Like, what the hell?
See, like, I admire that. I'm with you on this, Sin. I admire the hustle, just not the way he went about it. You know, there's more subtle ways of doing this that could have actually worked, and doing it on an Instagram direct message, that just ain't it, Chief. You at least do it on WhatsApp, because that's end-to-end encryption. Polly, you should definitely download it.
Signal has stronger encryption. Get with the program.
Well, that particular program.
Yeah, it works both ways, yes.
Just download fucking WhatsApp, or I'll take your ass to court for kidnapping.
Oh.
My boy. Hearts,
That's a
handshake,
strange
100.
flex. Okay.
No charges filed against man who dumped £500 of pasta in New Jersey woods. We got an update, guys. We got an update.
Why no charges?
Why no? Because he has a history of mental illness.
where did he get the pasta?
And why did he cook it?
Does this have anything to do with the guy?
All good questions.
Does this have anything to do with the guy doing the thing where it's like I'll double the amount of eggs every day while I make my own pasta on TikTok? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Chat mic.
No. No, but I'll tell you what. Tell us about that while I have a wee.
So there's a dude on TikTok that's his gimmick right now. It's every video I'll double the amount of egg yolks to make pasta. And the last one I think was up to like 4,000 something egg yolks. And he enlisted the help of whatever local baseball team or something like that. And it was a huge thing. But I'm just side-eyeing this going, 500 pounds of pasta.
Right.
Pasta,
You're making the connections. I see.
Yeah, I'm just drawing point A to point B. It's just interesting. Let's see if I can find it. I'll send it to Drunken so he can pull it up on screen. But
not be half-assing.
All it's made me want to do is make my own pasta, honestly.
Well, yeah, okay, I was going to say that, like, just as a half-assed joke. I'm like, okay, I'm going to let Sinatra make a serious point. I want to try and make, you mean like the volcano method with the flour and you put the eggs in the center and you do the traditional?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to try that. I want to get one of them pasta rollers, you know, the stainless steel deals with the roller crank on the side so you can make sheets.
Oh, yeah,
or
like
you can,
the old school shit?
Yeah. You actually have to screw to your countertop, you know what I mean? Or I'm sure they got ones with weighted bottoms. I looked them up on Amazon. Them motherfuckers ain't cheap, and I don't want to buy anything that comes from China when, 3/4 of them do. So I'm gonna have to go to the local Italian market and buy one that came from, Italy.
Yeah, you have to.
Mm-hmm. No,
I'm not gonna get
damn right I want to make my own
Costco. Fucking what's the other one? The not Costco. Oh fuck! Like Pier 1 Imports. I forget the name.
Oh,
of
like
it.
a big box store? Yeah. I was.
Yeah.
Fuck, not Pier 1. What's the one I was
thing
thinking
is,
of?
if
Crate and Barrel.
Get it from an Italian, that means you can haggle for the price. You get it from an Italian market.
Yeah, you get the whole bobbity boopity yelling.
Yeah. If you grow a mustache before you get there, you'll probably get a cheaper price just through respect alone.
Oh, here we go. Okay, Drunkle, I'm gonna send this to you.
Okay, so
and gnocchi. I really want to learn how to make gnocchi.
You're suspecting that this guy is responsible for the pasta that was being dumped.
There you go.
Because he's got to do
that
something
link.
with all this pasta.
Grab that link I just sent you.
This is day 13 of my series of making a batch of pasta dough, but the egg yolks double every time, and today it was time for 4,096 yolks. I honestly didn't even think this batch would even happen, but here we are. My friends at Happy Egg came through super clutch and donated all of these beautiful eggs that me and a bunch of volunteers went to work on cracking and separating. Right before I was about to pour the eggs, I realized I was nowhere near strong enough to do it myself, so obviously I had to call in Pirate Parrot to lend a hand.
Obviously. Oh my, this is the volcano method.
After that, I forgot I let Iceberg borrow my fork, so he stopped by and he even helped start mixing up all these eggs. Now, you're only seeing about a minute, but just know this took a total of about 2 days to make and weeks to set up logistically. As always, all this pasta will be processed and donated to numerous organizations around Pittsburgh over the next few days, as well as donating all the egg whites to a local bakery and even the shells to be used for compost. Again, I just want to take a second to thank everyone that supported this series, from volunteering to donating to just supporting it by watching it and commenting on it. This series has been a ton of fun, and I've loved doing that.
Ass.
Right.
Now bring it back. Watch the egg pour. Watch the egg pour.
Day
right at the
13
beginning.
of my series of making a batch.
Hold on.
Yo!
Hold on. I'm not showing it properly.
Right, here we go. Red. It looks like Chef Boyardee. It's crazy.
Yeah, these are some fucking top-notch egg yolks as well. Because I love an orange egg yolk. It's got to be orange, right? Let's full screen this bitch. Here we go. Right. This is from Peter's Pasta, by the way. A weird name. He was always going to go into something like this with a name like that. Here we go. This is the egg yolk pour.
This is day 13 of my series of making a batch of pasta dough, but the egg yolks double every time. And today it was time.
Dude, that was weirdly satisfying.
Man,
It was, wasn't
all
it?
of the eggs. Look at that. All the shades of brown and whatnot. Quality farm eggs, man. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, them's free range. I'm going to turn off the music as well, because we're going to listen to just that slapping, thwacking.
I love that slop noise. That's great.
Yeah. that's what's up. Here we go. People in the chat, enjoy.
This is day 13 of my series of making a batch of pasta dough, but the egg yolks double every time. And today it was time for...
I'm not gonna lie, that is fucking awesome, man. That is legit really fucking cool.
4,096 yolks.
Shut up, Pastor Pete.
I see what you mean,
70%
Sin. That made me want to make traditional pasta too. I get exactly where you're coming from.
And you know what? I'm just saying, this happened in Pittsburgh. This happened in New Jersey. They're not super far.
Yeah.
But he said he was donating it to charity, not to forests.
Yeah, the charity was the forest.
Maybe it is. He did say he was the eggshells for composting as well. Maybe he just got them mixed up, you know? What, is this kind of pack? Because this just looks like little worms, doesn't it? I would have thought that was little worms.
You can't get good help anymore. It's like, so did you get those shells off to the compost? The shells?
Yeah.
I thought you said the pasta. What the fuck? What did you do with the pasta? I dumped it in the forest. You said to compost it. You son of a bitch. But, where did you dump it? In New Jersey. Everyone keep their mouths closed. People are gonna...
That's your update on that anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. And no charges will be filed against him. But that's not the only update we've got tonight. There is another one to come soon. Family Feud contestant who joked about regretting his marriage is now on trial for wife's murder.
Yes! I love it.
You love it?
You wouldn't get away with it here. You shouldn't get away with it at home.
Meg Ryan for 25.
Oh God. Oh God. Yes. Yes. What the hell is this, Fostonia? You want me to read this? I don't get enough to read your sick shit. You can fuck right off, you sick fuck. Oranges be damned.
Well, I'll have what she's having. Thank you very much, Meg Ryan, for the 25, which I'm guessing is 100% Fostonia right there. And I did say last week that for 25, I could turn Sinatra into oranges. So let's turn Sinatra into some oranges. Just for you, Fostonia. Boom! Right there. What have you got? You got a whole orange, you got a half orange, and then you've got a slice of an orange as well. Quarter orange, some might say as well. So you've got 1.75 oranges right there, just for you, for the low, low price of $25. Thank you very much, Fostonia. There you go. Hey, it's a gimmick. You turn me into limes, I turn you into oranges. I have got.
What are you turning Polly into?
I am a weasel.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I've not got the weasel yet, though. I've not worked on the weasel. I've seen, because it's difficult. I've got to get the weasel. I've got to take photos of the weasel. I've got to Photoshop the fit pictures of the weasel. Then I've got to dump him out in New Jersey with a load of pasta. It's very, very difficult. But hey, Polly, look, if you're gonna murder your ex-wife, don't mention it on television before.
That's what I mean. Like, there's telling on yourself.
Yeah.
On accident, you know what I mean? This guy took it to like a whole nother level on a fucking game show. You regret marrying your wife? Yeah, I do. And then
there's old Steve Harvey just looks at the Jim's the camera.
Sin, I was watching. You watched that chapter. I'm gonna take that as a confirmation. Yes, I know you did.
I didn't think that was a question. There was no upward inflection.
What's that?
Like, should you watch that chapter?
The recent one, this woman, she poisoned her husband with fentanyl and killed him, obviously, okay? And she had tried multiple times before. So after he dies, she finds out he had written her out of the will because things had gone downhill so bad and he was thinking that she was going to kill him. He had his fears and concerns. So he took her out of the will and no life insurance, no nothing for her. He ends up writing a book, a children's book about grieving.
When we covered this one, yeah.
Oh, yes, we did. I know this, yeah.
Yeah.
We
I
did?
think me and Drunken both covered it.
I think
when?
so.
On the AAA, Monday or Friday.
No, well done, asshole. I mean, how long ago?
Jesus Christ.
Like 2 weeks.
Like 2 weeks? I have no memory.
No, it's longer than that. But yeah, I do distinctly remember that, yeah. The thing is about this
regardless,
show,
the whole reason I bring it up is like, there's telling on yourself, and then there's like what she did, the cover of the children's book as the husband up in heaven with the wings. Like,
she fucked up.
Are you fucking serious? You put your dead husband floating in the clouds?
Yeah.
Up in the wow.
There's a little picture of a murder weapon in the corner. The thing about this show, Polly, I even see, because I go on Reddit for news mainly, and every Tuesday, I'll bring up Reddit, and a lot of the stories that come up for that day are the ones that I have already covered on Monday. We're actually ahead of the curve when it comes to news on this show. Which means those people in the chat right there, you are ahead of the curve as well. You can go into the bar and go, hey, did you hear about this? And people will go, what? No? An iceberg in the shape of a penis? You'd be like, yeah, right here. And then the next day they'll go, oh my God, you're right, I saw it. You go, I know.
Think about the irony of going back to a bar in 1942 to hear news from the current day that's ahead of what you're going to hear everywhere else. Let that bake your noodle.
Yeah, like, oh, the vice president's going to be a black woman. And they're like, not on my watch. Go for it, Sin.
What?
You got a donation, bud.
I didn't even see it.
You got $3.50.
Huh. It's okay. I know Drunkle is wrong. I think he should be turned into meatballs, if this will be a thing. I mean, that's putting thought into it.
I did, before I formatted the drive, I had a meatball, but Festonia last week asked if you could be turned into oranges. And I said yes for 25, which is the standard price. He just did 25, so there you go. Yeah, he asked, and I gave.
I still think meatballs would be better, but your show.
For $25, mate, I can turn you into meatballs. Go ahead.
See, you have evolution, like on mine and Polly's.
Yeah, I mean, mate, that on Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
That turnip with the sombrero on, that is the cutest I've ever felt.
It was adorable.
It fucking was, though. Oh, my God.
How the fuck did we get to turnips?
I don't know, man.
What happened? How did we get to turnips?
I don't know. But hey, we can do the evolution thing, like you can go from an orange to a meatball, and Polly can go from a weasel to a
ferret.
Functioning
something
member
even
of
more
society.
adorable.
A ferret.
You can do whatever you want. I'll still be adorable.
No. Find one of those like big, shitty New York rats.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's a great idea. Festonia says, and so next 25 is
sound
meatballs.
That excited about it?
I am excited though. Festonia says, so next 25 is meatballs. I think I've still got it somewhere. I'm just I'm checking my backups here. I can't just search for meatball. But yeah, we'll find it. We'll get there. Next 25 is indeed meatballs, even if I have to sit here on fucking Photoshop and edit it while we're doing it for Stonia. If you want to chuck another 25, I'll turn that man into a meatball. In the meantime, let us move on. Chat GPT.
You can also pre-order bergamot and limes for the next two shows.
You can.
Not for the next two. No. I for the next show, but not for the next two.
Well, no, Wednesday then Friday. That is 2.
That is 2. I see. All right. In which case, you can on Wednesday you can pre-order a meatball for Monday.
Your pre-orders only last a week.
Okay. Right, so I wasn't here when the rules were made.
I just made it up.
Yeah, fine. Apparently, we were both here right now.
Oh, we were. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now. Yeah. So, Chat GPT, US lawyer admits using AI for case research. This is fucking beautiful, right? How did he get found out, Sinatra? What do you think?
How?
Because not one single of the cases cited actually existed. Right?
That's so much better than my guess.
What was your guess going to be?
That they had plugged it in because there's AI detection apps.
Oh yeah.
That will give you, it's 80% of this came from an AI. Something about the way that the machine learning works, and it's going to put together grammar in a certain way that's detectable and understandable. So yeah, I just thought it was a detection thing, but no, that's a way better answer.
Yeah.
Just in the case of Smith versus Johnson, 1982, is like no such fucking thing. I love it.
He didn't even bother checking.
Right. That's some really seriously lazy lawyering. Good
What
fucking
an idiot.
God.
What an actual fucking idiot.
Full on. You passed. You finished law school. How? Did you pay a small Chinese man? Like all your homework?
See, now that's interesting because this is just a lawyer doing this, and the cases don't exist. It's fine, but what about doctors?
They do exist.
No, I'm saying, what about when doctors
medical
do
opinions
this?
that are ChatGPT?
Yeah,
that's not good.
That's going to be my next speakeasy video. Is I'm going to have ChatGPT make 3 cocktails for me to make.
Oh, that's great!
But
that's a fantastic idea.
I don't like this. Like, I don't want my doctor to have a ChatGPT fucking degree.
No, in a tutorial that I was running, like just semester's over, but in a tutorial that I was running, a student asked, how are you going to know if I submit a paper that was written by ChatGPT? And I'm like, really? You don't have the citation add-on function? And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, ChatGPT doesn't do research for you and produce citations to back up what you're saying. Yeah, the body of your text, you could get ChatGPT to write it. And would I be able to tell? Well, I'd probably plug it into some of the detection software. It's available, but there's going to be no footnotes, man. Think about it. Where did you get any of this from? GPT doesn't tell you where it got its information from. And you should have seen the dejected look on his face. He's like, oh, you son of a bitch. Did you think you were going to be able to fucking coast your way through your entire undergrad degree through fucking shitty machine learning apps? What the fuck, bro?
This is why I'm not really worried about AI taking over. I mean, do you remember that riddle that I did for you the other day from ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a bot, and I can't.
Yeah, right. I don't know. What are you? I'm an AI bot designed to. I'm not worried about this. Like, it's putting in zero effort. It's actually more human than humans are in the respect that it's just not trying at all. I don't think it's taken over anything. For Stonia, I got some news for you, mate. The meatball is ready. If you want to get to the second stage evolution of Sinatra Says out there, the meatball.
You were making meatballs this whole time?
I was. Yeah. Well, just the one meatball. But there is
spaghetti underneath, ravioli, Great Barrier Reef.
What?
What?
Why did it end with Great Barrier Reef?
What?
Don't sit there and deny this, sir.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That was a burp, so I feel as though that counts as Sinatra passing gas on the bingo card right there.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Alright. Alright. Third stage of evolution for Sinatra is ready to go, and it comes with sauce. Yellowstone baby bison put to death after visitor picks it up, leading herd to reject it. Don't go around picking up bison, people. It kills them. It actually kills them. Polly, have you ever picked up a baby bison? They've still got to be massive, haven't they?
Well, I picked it up to toss it to my friend, and he tossed it back. Neither of us held it for very long. It had more air time than cuddle time.
And they just spiked it into the ground. Like, touchdown!
Yeah, that's what killed it.
Jesus Christ. Just don't do that, people.
Why did it kill it? Like they fucked with it, and then the mother came along and stomped it to death. What happened?
The herd rejected it because I guess it smelled of people's now.
No shit.
Yeah, so the herd's just like, we'll use this, and everyone's like, oh, don't smell like anyone we know. So he went, all right, well, fuck off then. So yeah,
you don't smell like us.
Yeah. So, euthanized. But then you also remember that seagull that was being led around on a leash that they euthanized as well because why? Well, I don't know why. I think
you wouldn't get away with it here. You shouldn't get away with it at home.
For Stonia.
Here come the meatballs.
You ask, sir, and you shall receive. There are meatballs. Just the one meatball, actually, in the house. But you got a little bed of sauce there, Sin. So you're still comfortable. It looks like you're sat on a rubber ring. Because you've got severe anal damage. You're a meatball. Fucking deal with it. Thank you very much, Festonia, for the 25. The meatballs are here. Oranges to meatballs. Next up, we're going to have Weasel to Ferret, I think, in the form of Polly. And, hey, I might even end up involved. I could turn myself into Limes. I'm batshit crazy. I'm off the goddamn chain. Colt of Krill for $7.77 says, I wonder what bison veal tastes like. Well, goddamn, now I'm wondering what that tastes like as well. I'm going to see a bison go to waste.
I'd eat it.
Right? Sin, sure, come on.
No, yes, absolutely.
If you're going to put...
We have restaurants here that have bison meat for sale.
But also, like, otherwise it is going to waste, isn't it? Like, if you're gonna euthanize it, if you're gonna put it down, you're gonna put it to sleep, you're gonna put it to death, you're gonna condemn it to death. At least let me have a fucking taste.
I agree with that reasoning.
Nothing going to waste. I think do it for the vegans. Barely paying attention for $1, and that was a whole 5 minutes ago. Sorry, dude. Says, wait. You're not a lemon. He's not a Bollywood fella in a fedora, and that thing's not a chinchilla. No, none of those are correct. But you've been barely paying attention, so you're all right there, mate. I want to eat a baby bison. How much do you think you could eat of a baby bison in one sitting? Sinatra, go.
30%.
Nice. Polly?
Of just the meat, or are we talking this full body weight?
I mean, Sinatra just came in with 30%. I said go, he went. You come in with more questions.
I need details, damn it.
You're not getting details. How much of a baby bison could you eat in one sitting? Polly, go.
Full half.
A full hat, you fat fuck.
I
respect it.
With that 30%, you have some later food there, too.
That leaves me with 20%. Cheers, boys.
Well.
Because there's only one baby bison here. I'm starving. Should have sat down sooner. Alright, fair enough. I was saying grace, god damn it. Speaking of food, John Kerry says farmers must stop growing food to meet net zero goals for emissions. So
this son of a bitch.
Not just starve yourself, shut up.
Not just that son of a... Look at the son of a bitch sat next to him.
Yeah, I see him.
Bill motherfucking Gates, of course. The guy who's totally not been trying to kill most of the population in order to save the planet. Right there says, you know, look, hey, if you want to save the planet, you've got to starve to death. How am I going to starve? Oh, the reason I'm going to starve to death is because I got 20% of a fucking baby bison to eat. That's meant to last me up until the next fucking agricultural harvest, is it, Bill? I don't fucking think so, mate. Whereas Polly's sat here picking his teeth with the bone of a baby bison, with a hoof, with a big old fat belly, going, oh, that was fucking lovely, that was. I'm starving. I ain't even got any vegetables here. Thanks, Bill.
Good job, Bill.
Thanks, Bill. I wonder what AOC thinks about this as well. She's actually been very quiet on it.
I'm sure she has a very well thought out, articulate opinion on all of this.
Yeah, the woman who...
She just has to wait for her people to write it for her, but I'm sure she has it somewhere.
You stole my joke. I was just like, yeah, she's waiting for the Democratic Socialists to tell her what to say. Hold on, my opinion's incoming.
Tweet for her. With no citations. Shura in the chat says bison is tasty. You've had bison?
Yeah. You go to Buffalo Wild Wings, you get it there.
I mean, it's a bit of a flight for me to get there, but okay.
I think I had shit bison. I couldn't tell the difference between that and beef.
Really? It's a little richer.
Well, the one I had was shitty. I fully admit it. It was just probably crap.
Could well be. Yeah, poorly cooked bison. Could be. I don't fucking know. Well, what else have we got? Well, let's go over to the mirror. It is, of course, the time of year, and we've just missed it. It was the annual cheese roll in Gloucester, by the way.
Oh, fuck. I knew I missed something.
Right.
I was running late. They went on without me, the bastards.
I don't even know Sinatra's being sarcastic, because we all love a cheese roll, right?
I'm fucking sitting at the edge of the hill with an open mouth on the wrong weekend. This is bullshit.
It was the wrong hill. I mean, you were on the right hill, just facing the wrong way. It was the cheese. Polly, you know about the cheese roll. This is one of Britain's longest.
Oh yeah,
a big tradition.
You roll the wheel, and everyone chases down the Gloucestershire Hill.
No, there's no Shire. There's no Shire. There is a place called Gloucestershire.
Pretty. I'm pretty sure it's a shire.
No, it's not. It's not. There is. Oh, it is in Gloucestershire. All right, my bad.
I was in mid-drink, you son of a bitch.
It's the cheese that's a double Gloucester. All right, okay.
Oh, Jesus. Cult of Krill, thank you for the $5. Woohoo! John Carey says farms have to stop growing food while he's married to a Heinz heiress. You first, bud. Yeah. Where are you going to get where's your wife getting her tomatoes from?
Right. 57
China.
different types of bitch.
I'm pretty sure their perspective is, no, it's fine. I'm sure China, Russia, or somebody else that we give an infinite pass to for all of their fucking environmental degradation will be able to grow our food for us. It's only people here that we need to, screw the fuck over.
I've one of my supermarkets I go to. Any Brit bongs in the chat there, you know of it? Morrison's. You can get ostrich steaks, which I'm yet to try. They're quite expensive. They look quite nice though. And they've recently started doing boar burgers as well. Boar, yeah, because the amount of time we talk about boar an awful lot on this show, really, don't we?
Well, there's wild ones, and you refuse to accept that they're an invasive species.
Oh, don't you fucking start as well. I did accept. I accepted that I was wrong, just like this is in Gloucestershire and it's not in Gloucester. Look, I put my hands up. I hadn't even got any hands. I had to get some hands. I put them up, and I said I was wrong. But normally it's Sinatra who says, and according to Drunken, this doesn't exist. Don't you fucking start doing it as well, Polly. Are you going to get ferreted for free?
You're going to get ferreted. That sounds like a threat of sexual violence. Don't
it does,
go there,
doesn't
man.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I meant it, but, let's not take it off the table. So I'm tempted. It's just they're really expensive. I would like to try the ostrich more than anything. It's just the thing. You'd think with an ostrich, you'd be eating like a slice of the neck or something,
Why not the breast?
Why would you? Why?
Because it's like the neck is just like it's a uniform cylindrical shape. You could just have a slice of the neck.
And it's just nothing.
Oh God, I see what you. Oh, damn, Drunkle! I didn't even know, and I'm just like, you talking about slice of the neck and
giant hot dog.
No, he's talking like a cross section. It would have like the bone in the middle. Yeah, that's a disgusting thought.
But the giant hot dog isn't. Okay.
But I was thinking, like the turkey neck that comes with a turkey, but it would be like cover the entire table because it's an ostrich.
Yeah, no, that sounds good too. What about like
no, it doesn't.
Get like an ostrich leg? Like you get like a turkey leg at like a Renaissance fair, but it's not a turkey leg; it's an ostrich leg, and it's fucking huge.
That I would eat.
There you go. See, I'm not all wrong, am I? So this was the someone buy me some fucking turkey neck. I lost consciousness chasing a 3-kilogram double Gloucester down a hill, and it was worth it. This was the cheese roll, takes place every year. Every year, the government tries to ban it because people get fucking hurt. This hill is steep, and these people, they don't jog down it. They fucking sprint down it, and then they end up rolling, well, like a 3-kilogram double Gloucester wheel of cheese. This is Daredevil Matthew Crowler says you have to be an idiot to throw yourself down the 200-yard drop to chase after some cheese, and he did it on Monday afternoon. This was today when a 28-year-old took part in the Gloucestershire's, you were right, Polly, annual cheese rolling race, where he came first in the men's event. That's right, there's a men's event, which suggests the presence of a woman's event. And yes, there is a woman's event. Now, the bigger question is, did a trans woman win it? Did a woman win
a trans woman won. Yeah, that's it.
Bryce says, show videos. Well, there's your winner right there. I don't think there's actually any video. Oh, you're lucky. You lucky fucker. Here you go. Get the cheese!
That's painful.
Okay, look at that somersaulting his way down. I love it.
Dude, this looks just like my. This looks like my 4501 donation.
Well, look at the end. You've got. Oh, fuck it.
This looks just like my 4501 donate. Like, it's not even funny. Pull it back, like, 5 seconds.
But you've actually, you can see right there are people there whose sole job it is to stop people at the bottom, right? And look at the crowd. The turnout for this is fucking phenomenal. Look how many people are there.
They're looking for the broken bones and the busted bodies and whatnot.
That's what's up, mate. Yeah, 100%. Oh, will you give me the loads now? Give me a second. State of that. Jesus fucking wept.
All right, partner. Keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is.
Oh, okay. This is me internet being a knob again. Look at the turn.
You tell him, Steve Dave. Thank you for the 950. No ostrich until you finish what's left of Long Boy.
Oh no! Is that what happened to Long Boy?
Yeah, they ate him.
No.
It was a proper roast. He was spit, turned over a fire. Long Boy was tasty. The best part was the neck.
Of course it is. This is remember, guys. This is the end of May. Cheese rolling every year. It cannot be shut down because it's been going on for so long. Polly, if you had to guess, what do you think the prize is for winning the cheese rolling?
Cheese.
You win the cheese. Yeah, that's it. That's it. There's no cash prize. There's no sponsorship. You just win the cheese.
See, I don't remember where or when I heard or read this. I thought it was on one of our shows. Maybe it was on Noir Bar. I got a foggy memory. I drank. But I thought you were going to go in the direction with this story. You got nothing else for this story? Vegans online made a big deal. Is you should roll a wheel of vegan cheese down.
No way!
Absolutely. That's where I thought you were going to go with this story.
No.
But yeah. They got all up in it. Like, because vegans, there's something going on where I can talk about how vegan I am. It's like, why don't you be more inclusive? You should read the actual letter that was sent and then Twitterize all over the fucking polyword sphere. And yeah,
I'm looking it up now, but could you imagine if there was vegan cheese rolling? Like, there would be 1,000% more broken bones than there are for the normal.
Exactly. They'd be a bunch of Sinatra words. Brittle bones. Yeah. Just.
There you go.
Porch sitting butter churners.
Yeah, there's something that no one's hit in a while. I buy your food, you brittle bone fuck. Eat some protein.
There you go. No, you're right. Historic cheese rolling festival asked to use the vegan kind instead. I'd never even thought of making that connection.
Dude, everything that is just a thing people do now, activists or vegans are using it for clout. It doesn't even matter what it is. Cheese roll, vegans.
Yeah, they did. I believe they just go online and look and say, this is an opportunity. They're just sheer virtue opportunity.
Yeah. We don't want anyone having fun.
Yeah. What can I piss on today?
So they wrote, this is from Dawn Carr. She says, "Dear cheese rollers." And everyone went, "Way! I'm writing on behalf of People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, PETA, boo, to urge Cooper's Hill to embrace a new tradition." Yeah, because that's how traditions work, isn't it? New tradition. What the fuck does that mean? That's an oxymoron, isn't it?
Good point.
Instead of the annual rolling of a dairy cheese made by expelling fluid from the underside of an unwilling Gloucester cow, alright, switch to a vegan cheese, a move that would be better for cows and the planet, and that would make the event more inclusive. We don't want vegans here. Go home. Leave behind.
What happens if the people of Gloucestershire on Pond don't want you there?
On Pond?
They don't want to include you.
I mean, vegans aren't going to do well in Gloucester, to be honest, mate. Like, it's from what it's southwest, which is very fieldy and farmery, from what I know, right? Like, they don't take well to vegans around there. You know?
Well, did you see them dudes running and rolling down that hill? Those were a bunch of rugby guys, man. Those are meat eaters right there. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh yeah, Gloucester got a hell of a fucking rugby team as well. Actually, I think it was the rugby team that was stopping people at the bottom. Leave behind.
They formed a scrum, try and get through us.
For real. Best defense in the southwest. Leave behind tired old traditions and roll out a new one. All right, good turn of phrase there. Fair enough. Far from suggesting anyone stop chasing a cheesy dream. You're chasing a cheesy dream right now, Peter. We're simply encouraging you to update the nature of the cheese for everyone's benefit. Cows are gentle, intelligent animals who, when given the chance, will nurture their young and form lifelong friendships with one another, pleasures denied them on dairy farms. Cows confined by the dairy...
Cows are not intelligent. That's the cheesy dream. Cows are not intelligent.
If they were intelligent, they would stop being so fucking delicious, wouldn't they? Cows confined by the dairy industry are repeatedly forcibly impregnated and separated from their bellowing calves so humans can loot their mammary secretions.
What the fuck?
You know, a glass of milk right now.
Lighten up, bro.
And cow's milk is meant for baby cows, not humans, which is why people who consume dairy are at a greater risk of developing heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and many other ailments. Yeah, broken bones, apparently. Add to that all the well-documented environmental destruction caused by raising animals for their milk, including methane, nitrous oxide, and carbon dioxide emissions, as well as water pollution from slurry runoff, and it's clear to see that dairy harms us all. And everyone went, fuck you, I'm chasing the cheese, Dawn.
Well, let me tell you something, Peter, the PETA vegan.
Peter.
If you think what do you think all the vegetables you're eating are doing to the environment? Go ask John Kerry. He'll tell you all about it.
You're eating the cow's food. Loving animals so much. Peter
You don't
vegan.
think wiping out entire fucking biospheres for you to be able to plant kale is damaging to the environment, you fucking hypocrite son of a bitch?
Mm-hmm. You get him, man. You tell him. Get him, Polly. That's the winner of the female section right there as well, which I'm assuming is with her wife, because it takes a very certain kind of female to win the cheese rolling. Yes. Polly, look at that hill behind her, mind mate.
I know. She's about to go into the forest off to the side and fight a bear.
Well, not in Gloucester, you ain't. You're just gonna go and punch a cow. Have that, Dawn. But also, I mean, I thought was it this one? What was brilliant? I think it was this one. Was that this article was written by Saffron Otter.
Nice.
Yeah, right?
Not really. That's just weird. Saffron otter.
Saffron, yeah, it was like golden otter, but like somehow more expensive.
That's what I should have on the golden otter card. He's got a fistful of saffron.
It's just a sprinkling. So
there you go. That's the other movie after The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
A fistful of saffron.
Oh my god. Well, if we're talking sequels, then it turns out John Wick 5 is already in development.
As well it should be.
It turned out to be quite the fucking franchise, this, isn't it? It's put Keanu Reeves right back on the map. John Wick apparently was his last attempt. He said, if this one doesn't take off, then I'm going to retire from acting. And Hollywood said, no, you ain't going anywhere. Big K.
No.
Special K.
The audience said, hey, wait a minute. Action movies with really well done original choreography are very much fun. So, you know, the audience said, no, you're not leaving.
Yeah.
We got to be honest about this. As far as shoot 'em up, or as far as action movies go, John Wick is just good. It's not amazing. It's not breaking the stereotypes of an action movie. It's just a decent action movie. But we are so starved for any good action content that this is what we're getting and we're fawning over it.
Yeah.
And I want them to make as many as possible because I am fawning over it.
Well, that's the thing, because Keanu is actually a fucking action hero. Like, he is somewhat of a gun aficionado. He runs the ranges, the assault courses and shit like that. He's in fucking peak fitness for someone of his age. And don't get me wrong, he ain't fucking young anymore. But he trains his ass off as well. You've seen him run in the range, right, Sin?
Oh, yeah. We watched a video.
Absolutely fucking phenomenal, right? Which is why these films are so... It's not Liam Neeson jumping a fence in 17 different shots.
Yeah, no, it's
like,
not.
he's actually doing this shit, you know? That's the fucking difference. You are right, we have been starved for
fucking range therapy, Jesus.
We have been starved for some some good, meaty action. Something that you can... Well, for lack of a better way of putting it, sink your teeth into.
But I agree 100% with what Sin said. Is it groundbreaking? No, it doesn't have to be. It's core good. What makes an action movie good? they're winning at it. What makes a dramatic movie good? They're winning at it. What are they actually putting out, like on Netflix and from Hollywood? Mixed crap to fulfill environmental and CRT standards. Do you understand what I mean? Like you're missing all the core elements of what makes entertainment, entertaining. That's why a movie that's like halfway well written, I'm fawning over. It's like, is Nick Pizzolatto the greatest writer ever? No, he's just very good at what he does. That's why True Detective comes across as mega awesome. Is it up there with Raymond Chandler? No, but it's been a hot minute since somebody decided to spend time on a script as opposed to sending it to a committee.
He's a pretty complex character as well as John Wick as well. He's very much an anti-hero, but everyone in the audience is on his side because someone killed his dog. It was a fucking fantastic move from the very beginning. Like, his wife died and no one gave a shit, but his dog got killed and that was it. All of a sudden, everyone fucking loved him. And he does some horrible, horrible shit. Not necessarily for the right reasons either, but because he had his dog killed, doesn't fucking matter, mate. How do you feel about that, Peter? I said, hey, how about fucking John Wick has a vegan dog that dies instead?
Keanu Reeves got kind of sunken cheeks. He went crazy when somebody killed his dog. He should be Peter's superhero. What's wrong with you guys?
There you go. Exactly. He's chasing a wheel of violence down Cooper's Hill. Speaking of people doing stupid shit, though, you remember that kid who was walking into people's houses and putting it on TikTok?
Fucking, yeah.
His name is Mizzy. He's a TikTok prankster. He got a £200 fine for it and was banned from social media for, I think, 2 years. And also, recently, broke into the cabin of a train, which is actually, in some countries, a terrorist charge. Because you can really fuck shit up. This was really
what do you know? If you don't punish somebody for being a fucking idiot, they're going to continue.
And that's exactly what happened. So he is probably facing some jail time now. And I could not be happier because he has one of the most punchable faces ever. Is there even a photo? Oh, I hope not. Oh, good lord.
The return of obscurely obvious facial focused Commiewood. What? Obscurely obvious facial focused Commiewood ruined the modern action genre, just as it did to noir in the 30s and 40s. They commodify everything as soon as they can because it becomes profitable instantly. So over commodification of something like John Wick will ruin it, but it's just, we don't have the same shoot 'em ups we used to. John Wick is good and I enjoy it. Don't think I'm disagreeing. I have fucking 3 or 4 John Wick donations. Like, John Wick is amazing, but it's not the best. You know what I mean? It's not as good as people make it out to be.
It's the best available at the moment.
I think the way you said is right. Like, it's not groundbreaking. It's like John Woo's Hong Kong shoot 'em ups with China Fat. Those were groundbreaking because nobody had done stuff like that and employed wire work and shoot 'em ups and stuff like that. No, but the choreography, like the violent choreography, is really well done. Remember when he's driving around at the beginning of John Wick 2, smacking dudes with the car door? That was amazing.
Yeah.
It's just fun to watch.
Well, that's, all the action films we've had have been like junk food up until this time, but now John Wick comes out and we've got something on our plate that is a lot more nourishing. I'm just trying to piss off Peter talking about more meat. Also, speaking of action stars, who's been in absolutely everything on HBO recently? Why, it's Pedro Pascal, right? Our man, the Viper from Game of Thrones.
Is that true?
You know, I just learned that he's not I just learned him and Antonio Banderas are 2 different people.
Jesus Christ. Well, it turns out he got an eye infection after years of letting Game of Thrones fans put their thumbs in his eyes. Right?
Okay, you know what, Sinatra? I was like, Sinatra's foolish. And then this picture came up. I'm like, holy shit, it's Antonio Banderas. Oh, no, wait, that's not.
Exactly.
I stand corrected on something.
When is the last time you heard anything about Antonio Banderas?
Well, I don't know if you've seen Antonio Banderas lately, but like, he has not aged well. So you wouldn't even recognize him. If anything, Pedro Pascal has replaced Antonio Banderas, because
But he ain't young either.
But
he said that he's the Mandalorian for him.
Oh no, he did not age
You see
well.
what I'm saying?
Yeesh.
But no, he said Pedro said recently that the Mandalorian for him is mostly voice work because he's old. His body just can't keep up. A lot of it is because he's always wearing a helmet for most of it. What we see on the Mandalorian is very often not actually him. Because he's old.
How old?
Oh, fucking hell.
Ooh, Pedro Pascal?
Yeah.
I don't know. If only there was some way of finding out.
He is 48. He's not that old.
Oh, God, man.
How old
Get
is,
some exercise. What's your fuck...
How old's Bob Odenkirk?
He's in his 50s.
Because he had to do a shit ton of training for nobody. Because he wasn't wearing a mask.
He's 60.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
See,
Pedro.
Yeah.
Put down the Cheetos and get off the couch, you lazy bastard.
Put down the cheese wheel, fatty.
There's no... Come on, 48. If you're eating right and you don't have any disabilities, you should be able to be very, very healthy at 48. Come on.
Yeah.
Easily, yeah, fair enough. Look, if Odenkirk can do it in a movie, which is a lot more physically demanding than a TV series, then... And, I mean, that movie was a lot more physically demanding than anything the fucking Mandalorians had to go through, and he was inside a Sarlacc. Sarlacc? Big old desert worm.
Sarlacc, right?
Yeah, I think it is, yeah. I don't know.
The Sarlacc at the pit of Cocoon, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Right,
This is way back. Never mind. I'll tell you guys the story off the air.
You don't tease the chat with that, mate. You got to tell it now.
It's an old Gulf City thing when we had the interview with Charlotte, the porn star.
Yeah,
we were going to talk her into recreating the Sarlacc pit with action figures on her asshole.
That's amazing. That is a total fucking moneymaker, to be honest. I mean, you want groundbreaking. John Wick, step aside.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. And she really put her ass into it. So there was a game called Slavery Simulator in Brazil. And
Jesus.
Google withdrew it. I don't know why, yeah. Right? And it is as bad as it sounds. So they withdrew the gaming app that allowed players to buy, sell, and torture virtual slaves. You had to trade them and strategize to prevent the abolition of slavery in order to amass virtual riches. Right. Okay.
I'd play it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I understand that there's some outcry, it's insensitive and everything, but yeah, no, I'd play that. That sounds like and at the end of the day, it's just a game. The problem is, right, it's because it is black virtual slaves. What we need here is diversity, right? For the first time ever, I mean this. This game needs more diversity. So I mean, hey, if you have got this game, don't delete it because you're not going to be able to get it back again. Let's go over to the Manchester Evening News, where a teenage girl said "fuck you" to police as she stuffed his handcuffs down her pants. She also threatened to throw a brick at the officer and kicked him in the shins. It's just the shin kick that really fucking good. This is obviously the valued member of society right here who's using her phone on speaker. That itself, I think, should be an arrestable offence. St. Michael in the chat says, stream the game. Dude, I would love to stream that game. It's not available anymore.
That is a teenage girl operating in the world of safety and safety net she knows exists beneath her as a teenage girl. Holy shit.
Yes. Also,
you did that as a guy. You're not going to jail. You're going to the fucking hospital, and you'll be handcuffed to your gurney.
Well, maybe in America, but as we all know in the UK, the police are more about de-escalation than...
Yeah, the only people who get beat are the people who come too near the protesters.
And the protesters themselves. If Friday was anything to go by. Right, anyway. After firing... oh, shit, right. And this is the second update. So remember, there was the art teacher from the university pulled out a fucking machete on a reporter.
Yeah.
Okay. What did she say? Because she got fired, she says the school has capitulated to racists, white nationalists, and misogynists. Because, of course, it's not her fault that she pulled out an actual machete. It's white people.
Lady, you're on camera and really high-def camera putting a fucking machete to a guy's throat.
No, but it's not her fault, Polly.
She's lucky the guy didn't beat her to death, honestly.
No, you're not... Guys, you're not understanding. It wasn't her fault. It was racism and misogyny.
I can't wait for Sideshow Bob to weigh in on this one.
Oh, that ain't gonna happen. This is gonna get swept under quite easy. I mean, this is in art.
Well, no, I know, but it's just the idea of, okay, you get a trans person who shoots up a fucking school, and it's like, well, we need to talk about the pressures that society puts on trans people. That's the issue. And fucking insane art teacher who's a professional activist.
He could have just said art teacher, to be honest, couldn't you?
Yeah, I guess. What's the result? What's the cause of it? Well, white nationalism, of course. Yeah, that's right. She was pushed to it. She had no choice but to threaten a man's life.
She is not responsible for her own actions. You understand this?
I do.
Yeah. It's misogyny, it's racism, and it's white nationalists.
Why?
Because they were all there.
Why are people who are constantly talking about their voice and their need to express and et cetera, absolutely 100% willing to say, I have no agency whatsoever?
Yeah.
Like, that happens at the same time. Everyone should have to listen to me. If every outlet, every platform doesn't promote what I'm saying, it's interfering with my free speech. Okay, now I did a thing that was illegal. Well, society made me do it.
Because you need me, Springfield. Your guilty conscience may force you to vote Democratic, but deep down inside, you secretly long for a cold-hearted Republican
And
to lower
rule
taxes,
you
brutalize
like a
criminals,
king.
and rule you like a king.
I mean, yeah, Polly said the thing. We need Bob. Different Bob, but yes, the point still stands. Thank you.
Just weird for an American to advocate having a king.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Like a king. Thank you, Steve Dave.
Corbin Thomas for $1. He said, John Wick doesn't have to be a great movie or anything, all the grand, but okay. But we love all these movies because they are just fun and don't try to be anything else. Oh, 100%, dude. 100%. And Oren Doomhammer for $3 and the Ricky Spanish 14 minutes ago. I'm sorry, dude. We get rolling on things, and sorry, we forget about these. He says, as someone who does the carnivore diet, oh, really, do you? Animals from nose to tail are better for you than plants. And you can do anything with animals, you can plants. Yes, you can make bread out of meat. I say you get meatloaf, isn't it, surely? The actual carnivore diet, though. Fucking... Alright, fuck off. I do the omnivore, mate, but, you know, that's because I love me some tender stem broccoli. What can I say? And mushrooms? Oh, fucking forget about it, son. Forget about it. But, of course, I do want it with meat. So, this is in... Oh, thank you, Oren Doomhammer and Corbin Thomas. This is from Art News as well, Polly. So it's normally this is like...
Oh, it is from Art News.
From Art News, right? So normally the headline is like, oh my God, a new shade of blue. Right? But now it's actually... There's some actual Art News. I wouldn't have expected it from this, you know?
One of our own is right out of her fucking mind. It's great.
Yeah. You know, at least everyone who matters at least is going... Nah, this bitch be crazy. Don't fucking listen to her. No one's capitulated. You pulled out a fucking machete. First of all, you owned a machete. Yeah. And then secondly, you went to use the machete. That's two separate things.
Even I skip over it. She also chased after them. And get the fuck up off the block. And if I ever see you again, it wasn't... She just didn't, quick moment of a machete. No, she insisted upon it,
Like, you got to have there's got to be a touch of crazy in every art teacher, but to be honest, like, she needs more art teacher and less crazy in her, Yeah.
A week after attacking a bunch of anti-abortion people who were standing behind a table with pamphlets.
Peacefully. No, violently. Yeah. They were violently stood there.
And what's next? You're going to be anti-trans? What? No.
I loved it.
She yelled at them.
Are you going to be
Where
anti-trans?
are we, John boy? If I had to guess, I'd say communist China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking tootin'.
I loved it because she went, what's next? Anti-trans? You can't even have babies. Like, whoa, come on. But you just said two different things right there, haven't you? Like,
the jokes all wrote themselves. Like, just keep talking, lady.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Akira threw $5. He says, women facing consequences for their actions is abuse against women and is a travesty akin to 9/11. Thank you. I'm glad someone said it, Akira. Thank you very much for the 5.
That's the worst thing you could do to a woman is have them face consequences.
Of course,
it's
because
illegal almost.
Especially when it's down to racist.
She is wrong for
you know?
threatening somebody with a machete, but you're wronger for getting her in trouble for it.
Of course you are, yeah. I mean, it's her God-given right as a woman of colour, to be able to threaten someone with an elongated blade. Fact.
Don't jump the knife drop.
Very good. So there's oh no, wait. It's Professor Much Smart.
When you have the is for what then? Simply put the finish on the remain.
When you have the is for what then, simply put the finish on the remain. What the fuck? Thank you, Professor Much Smart. I think that was written ironically. But I appreciate it. I've not seen that donation in a hot minute either. Thank you very much. White theatre goers urged not to attend play aimed at black audiences.
Okay, then white people don't go. Then they can blame white people when it fails.
Oh, they will.
I was going to say,
Problem solved.
That's going to do real well.
They will. They actually said they want this to be free from the white gaze.
Go to hell.
Thank you very much. They went so far. This
Honestly,
gentleman
when
here,
it comes to shit like this, they did the same thing with what was it, Captain Marvel? This is a movie for women. White men don't go. Why are white men ruining my film?
I love how you did it, ruining like Richard Nixon in Futurama.
People that, in my opinion,
yeah, very good. Yeah, good disclaimer.
They don't actually think that this is how do we get promotion.
You consider their people.
Oof.
Moving on from that,
skating on.
What's their promotion budget for this small show? Probably not very large. So we're going to say something that's going to get us noticed and out there. And we know that white people are going to show up anyway because blah, 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 blah. They're trying to generate talk. They're not idiots. If they're any kind of the producers or any kind of business people whatsoever, they know that they need not just the white audience, Latino audience, everybody that they can get in there. The history of hip hop explains that better than anything. Follow me on this one. It's like, oh, it's black music. It's for us, by us. Bullshit. If white people didn't, 80-90% of hip hop is bought by white people. Your art form would have stayed inside of the Bronx and the Bronx alone if it wasn't for white people being interested in like early Run DMC and Public Enemy, Beastie Boys. If it wasn't for Beastie Boys being able to do crossover hits, fuck off. You want a white audience and you know it. This is blatant promotion attempt.
You want an audience at the very least, mate. And what you've done here is alienate everyone who was. I mean, let's face it, theatre goers mostly white. Because we're talking middle to upper class here, aren't we? It's not like there's people in the ghetto are just like, my God.
I don't know, man. I saw a pretty good video earlier today of a bunch of women at a theater seeing The Little Mermaid, and they got like 5 minutes in the movie, and there was a huge fucking brawl in the dark theater of all
really
women.
Women. Take a sip on that one.
You know, the only time I've ever seen this work, this sort of like only audience, Teddy Pendergrass way back in the day, unfucking believable singer, and the ladies loved that man. They did female only shows and it was a huge success, but it's because dudes didn't want to go hang around and watch their women mooning over Teddy Pendergrass up on stage, so it actually worked. They didn't restrict men from buying tickets. They just simply called them ladies only shows. And yeah, women just poured in and the men were like, yeah, that's fine. My woman's going to come home hot anyway, so it's cool.
Oh, yeah, when you put it
it's
like
the only
that,
time I've ever
fair
actually
enough.
heard of this concept working.
Hold your fire!
Oh, fuck.
This man isn't black!
Donkey punch for 10.
What?
Bring back Avenue Q after all. Everyone's a little bit racist.
Man, Avenue Q was that was some short-lived decency, but some decency nonetheless. Thank you, Donkey Punch. I bought a friend of mine the Avenue Q album for his birthday. He was very happy with it. Under related topics here on the Telegraph, this particular article, we have so a white theatre goer knows not to attend play aimed at black audiences. Right, okay, so right, segregation by ticket. Related topics, London, East London, racism. Well, you got that bit right, haven't you? Culture wars, Black Lives Matter. Okay. Okay. But then, play flops, white man blamed.
Yeah. Damn racist didn't show up. Either
because
way,
we've all heard
way of
that.
promoting yourself is either promote your play or promote yourself as a play producer. Either way, it's a win. And every media outlet can't help but type about or write about racism. Thank you, Telegraph.
You're the new brave thing.
And of course, we've all heard of that Shakespearean classic, Tambo and Bones.
What?
That's the name of the fucking show, Tambo and Bones.
Is that what that says? Tambo and Bones?
Yeah, that's. I'm not sure which one is Tambo and which one is Bones. But well,
that sounds racist.
They had a good career while it lasted, didn't they?
Right.
Just like the guy who plays Can. We was Cans.
Paper fucking thin bullshit. Fuck off.
Fucking absolutely terrible. Now, speaking of terrible, how about I indulge you gentlemen in a protest? I think this is in Denmark or somewhere in the Europes. It's not. Yahoo! It's not Just Stop Oil or Extinction Rebellion. This is I think it's Save the Wetlands or something like that. I think it's Switzerland. But this is during a dancing show in Switzerland. Okay? Enjoy. Having a little dance, everyone's enjoying it. Oh, you can see the protesters coming out there from the corner. What do? They come in with their signs. Yeah. Someone always throws some powder in the air for some reason. All right? Now, the cameraman has had enough. Right? What does he do? Boom!
Oh my god, yes!
Did they just not stop dancing?
Dude, they do not. So even people drag them off. These guys do not fucking miss a step.
I gotta see that again. I gotta see this hero in action.
Close up.
There's so much going on. There is actually.
Is there any way we can get video from his camera angle?
It does exist. Boom!
It's amazing.
I'll see if I can find it. Right. I should have looked it up before, actually. Maybe one of you.
In the meantime, Akira, thank you for the $5. Hip hop wouldn't have gotten very far without white audiences and Jewish producers, and neither will this. Yeah, there you go. Hip hop wouldn't have gotten anywhere without Rick Rubin, a rock producer, promoting it and producing their beats.
I did. Maybe it's in the comments actually. Someone fucking, because this is of course Reddit. There's a subreddit called "Kill the Cameraman," where the cameraman is just shit at what he does. But this one is a camera kills the man. This is in Sweden, and they were called Restore the Wetlands, which is what they were. Have you noticed that they have a thing with just coming in, holding up a sign, and then throwing some powder around everywhere? Has anyone else
to just
that?
Call attention to the like you're at an LZ and we're gonna put off a smoke grenade so the helicopter knows where is it just for attention grabbing? I don't.
All right, I have a proposition for you two gentlemen, and let me know what you think on this.
Okay.
Would it be wrong? Would I be wrong?
Yes.
And if I were able to if I were able to decree a unilateral law, a worldwide law. I am king for 5 minutes, and this is what I get to do.
This man isn't black!
It's Donkey Punch for 10.
What?
The woman that throws the yellow dust is actually identified as also being Extinction Rebellion.
Oh, no shit.
Oh, my favorite cult.
That
Sweet.
makes total fucking sense.
Yeah.
I think you should be able to
I found it.
engage in mutual combat to the death with these people with no legal repercussion.
Well, I mean, the thing is, they're not actually. All they're doing is disturbing a show. I understand that.
Yeah,
It's like
that's
anyone
fine.
who. It's just that,
stopping traffic, protesting, setting shit on fire. I think you should be able to go.
Look,
I want to fight you to the death right now.
I think
and it's completely legal and sanctioned.
We'll challenge them to a duel. I think stopping traffic is a lot worse than stop, because I've never been into ballroom dancing at all. So you can stop that one as much as you want. But they also stopped the fucking snooker, and that one pissed me off.
So what do you think, Polly? Are you okay with that? Do you think that's fair?
But you mutual combat. You really think one of these poly words is going to take you up on that?
Oh, they can't. They have to either fight you or leave.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it'd be a guaranteed win. They're always going to leave. I'm going to
there
take
you
you
go.
up.
So it's win-win either way. I think that should be a law, and that's with any protester, by the way, not just this, but yeah.
We have the POV of the camera, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, let's see.
At Sinatra's request, here we go.
If he gives the soy face on the way in.
Doing a brilliant. This is 1 minute and 24, so I don't know like how fucking.
You might want to be careful.
We'll skip ahead.
Yeah, I would jump ahead.
It's just very, very wanky dancing. This is. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
You got the dust up, and this cameraman needs to go. Yeah. Keep doing your job, mate. Bang!
Oh!
Get the fuck out of my face, you piece of shit.
I love it.
Those things as well, they ain't light, Polly.
No, those are fucking big, heavy pieces of equipment.
Most beautiful thing is the guy probably got sued for damages to the equipment as well at the end of it.
Yeah, thousands of dollars of damage, but damn it, his dental work was more. It just...
And now on to our titular article in the evening. This, the AAA meeting number 348, is brought to you by the tagline, "Damn, son!" Because India official drains entire dam to retrieve phone. Right? This fucking...
Fair enough.
Jesus Christ.
India? A corrupt criminal state? What are you talking about?
So he...
I can't even be mad.
What was he doing at the time? He was, of course, taking a selfie. And he dropped his phone, right? It took into the water. It took 3 days to pump millions of litres of water out of the dam. Eventually, he found his phone, and what do you know? It didn't fucking work anymore.
Shocker.
God damn,
and he tried to call for insurance, and they scammed him.
And then someone hit him in the face with a camera. And you may now consider yourself newsed. Look at Sinatra, the little meatball right there.
I do feel newsed.
Do you feel
I found out today that India does not have scuba divers.
My God.
Damn.
Hey! Sinatra's like a little fucking... little UFO fucking meatball here. That's how we're going to end the show right there, because this show is, unfortunately... Well, we can grab a couple of questions before we get out of here. People in the chat, if you have any questions for myself, Sinatra Says, or Pollybobs, whack them in the chat.
Why is Polly so little?
Because he is little.
Yeah, otters are small, but I mean that makes your head ridiculously large, and that
My
meatball
head is
extra delicious
ridiculously
considering
large.
the size of it. I mean that's a beach ball meatball.
Well, I mean, like in my defense, like sometimes you are really, really big. Like
Yeah, there's a
kaiju
variability to my size. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tied you in off the fucking shore. It happens.
So, people in the chat, if you've got any questions for myself, the meatball, or the tiny, tiny little cartoon otter, whack them in the chat. We'll get through a couple before we get out of this. Sinatra, have you got anything for us?
I do, but I have to wait to go back to the house to get it set up because it didn't save right.
What are you doing?
A video over on the Sin and Sash channel. Go ahead, check that out at your leisure.
Very nice. And Polly, how was the old weather?
It was good. It was good. We did a quiz and we talked about some stories and we rambled for a hot minute and went through that 70s house. Oh my God, that fucking house.
Oh, God,
it's baffling. It was a $2.5 million mansion in Los Angeles that was frozen in the time it was made. They haven't changed a thing.
Maybe they should have.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely should have. We've got Molly Okami says, do you recognise the large amount of pasta in the woods? I do not recognise the large amount of pasta in the woods. Mark Smart says, do you recognise the phone in the Indian water? I do not recognise the phone in the Indian water. Big Dre says he's streaming tonight on Twitch. No, unfortunately, because of noise complaints, I am unable to stream after the AAA, which is why, as of Friday... I can't do anything pre-AAA up until Wednesday because I'm working up until the AAA, up until Wednesday, which is exactly what I said, up until Wednesday. But I will be, from now on, doing a Twitch stream before the AAA and then rolling over to YouTube, which means, I mean, fingers crossed, gentlemen, no more lateness, because I'll already be here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see how it pans out, shall we? So, yeah, Twitch has looked a little bit quiet on my end for the past past 2 weeks or so. But don't worry, we're going to change all of that. And it's going to be good, man. I've got lots of things planned for you. Big Dre says, what is the meatball sitting on? That is sauce, Big Dre. That is sauce. And Go Fuck Yourself says, Dear Drunken Uncle, I hope this message finds you well. The summer heat is sweltering. Will there be gameage? See previous comment. Well, there we go then, guys. This show is over. But if you find yourself with an itch that only a AAA meeting can scratch, then don't go hijacking a train just yet. We're going to be back on Wednesday on the Polydub channel at 10:30pm GMT, 5:30pm ST, 4:30 Central, and 5:30am on Christmas Island, with news, maybe a game, and definitely banter that will make you literally die. Once again, I'm unfortunately not heading over to twitch.tv/drunkleplays for an epic gameage, but be sure to give me a follow anyway, because I will still be there, just at a different time. While you're there, be sure to check out Sinatra_says and Polly_dub. And if it's way past your bedtime, which I'm sure it is, then thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for all the generous donations. The best goddamn chat online. And don't drop your phone in a damn.
No.
Or damn.
Damn whore.
Don't go to India.